Hello there guys, it's Captain Invisible here and welcome to another online battle for Medieval 2 Total War. This is a subscribers replay sent in by JKBYX10 and it looks like he's commanding England here with a hell of a lot of cavalry. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 units of cavalry. So this must have been a 10 cav max game. No, 9 or 10 cav max. A nice infantry line here as well of mix of armoured swordsmen and dismounted feudal knights. Very nice for England. And then just a couple of units of yeoman archers, which, you know, given the size of his army, you know, 2 units is probably for the best in terms of how many missiles he should bring. To his right, we've got Denyia in command of the Turks. Gotta love the Turks. I am a huge fan of the Turks just because they are so underpowered, and it always feels really good when you win with them. He's got a crap ton of these Ottoman infantry with some Saracen militia as his main infantry line, backed up by the ever ferocious Nafatoons, and then some Kwapakulu and Sipahi lancers as his cavalry. So definitely using the cavalry size to his advantage there. And then on this side it looks like we've already got an assault. Venice being commanded by Kitbuqua, bringing the ever ferocious Venetian heavy infantry mixed in with Knights Hospitaller and I assume Templars. I'm just going to slow it down. Knights Hospitaller with Templars. Yes, I was right. And then a General's Bodyguard with some heavy dismounted feudal knights, and I've currently got a cat on my screen. There we are. So yeah, dismounted feudal knights, and Kitbuqua's being ever aggressive, charging away here against the Portuguese commanded by Sweet, a very common Total War player I see online. Sweet's quite good as well. Definitely an up-and-coming Total War player on the scene. And he's going to meet the Venetian cavalry in a nice cavalry charge. These Venetians do not like these conquistadors. I'm going to show them just how ferocious Venetian infantry can be. Some Venetian heavy infantry coming into the mix to even the odds on this flank. A nice devastating charge takes down these poor knights in the rear, and those Venetian heavy infantry are going to make the Portuguese cavalry suffer. The rest of the Portuguese force is screened by some pike militia with some dismounted conquistadors in the rear and some reserve Knights of Santiago to stop the English cavalry from coming round. But there's no stopping the English cavalry. It's going to plough through the back of these Venetian pikemen. It's going to charge down this way against the Portuguese cavalry. These pike militia are just slightly too slow. Although they might be able to, yeah, they managed to push off the English cavalry. And these guys were forced to go this way, and this English cav is going to be forced to pull back. So a nice move there by Sweet to stop the English cavalry from crashing into his own cavalry and just holding them back a bit longer. The other Sweet's allies on this side are going to be Pugslut. This is Michael Bay, clearly, in command of the Holy Roman Empire. A nice mix of Langschnitt pikemen with feudal and imperial knights, I reckon. Yeah, some imperial knights mixed into these pikemen here, sort of through the fields of this poor farmer who's going to have very trodden crops at this rate. With a screen of Pavis crossbowmen, and I see a catapult, so artillery must have been allowed as well. A very nice pick by the Holy Roman Empire to sort of hit these infantry that's on the hill, because there's nothing that JKBY can really do about this except move forward, and that's obviously what Michael Bay is looking for. The rest of his army is made up of these ferocious Imperial and Teutonic knights. Definitely a scary sight on the battlefield. Very expensive though, so he might not have the maximum limit of cavalry, unless he's made up for it with the Imperial Knights. And the last opponent is kmanBEASTALICOUS. Whenever is there a game where I've not seen kmanBEASTALICOUS? Clearly such a thing does not exist. He's got a nice mix of Knights Hospitaller and Chivalric Knights, with an infantry line of probably Norman Knights and Pike Militia, and then some Pavis crossbowmen at the front, currently firing at the Turkish archer line, or just screaming. It looked like they took some damage, but yeah, I think they're just waiting for the order to strike. Most of the action is actually going on over on this flank against Pursuit, and this cavalry fight on the wing has devolved into an infantry fight, or move, should I say. It's moved from here, where it was fairly even actually over here, maybe in slight favour of the Portuguese. Yeah, there's a lot of dead Venetian cavalry down here, but Venetians have pulled through. I believe Sweetmeat pulled his cavalry back, and now it's devolving into an infantry fight mixed with the cavalry. These conquistadors are assisting the Portuguese cavalry, and but these Venetian heavy infantry have pulled through the gap in the line, and are now going to be able to flank. They've certainly got these fewer knights on the flank, and the pikemen as well. In fact, the pikemen are doing quite a good job of screening out these Venetian heavy infantry and allowing the general to sort of come in to assist. And I didn't even notice the trebuchet. God, this would have been a very messy battle. I wish I'd done this in 2 parts, but unfortunately I've just jumped into this one just to see what madness I could see from this battle. I'm gonna do it as a win, because it's more fun that way. Stradiots and Knights Hospitaller are coming into the rear lines to try and assassinate the general, and these conquistadors are going to come in to try and stop them.
The enemy general
And
lies
they're going to
dead.
succeed with that, stopping the cavalry and pinning it in this little pocket here. But there is some more light cavalry here, and the Knights Hospitaller from Venice flanking around. He really needs to get the pikemen into position to stop them from flanking around his forces. But he's going to trap some Knights of Santiago between a rock and a hard place. The Knights Hospitaller, both England and Venice, making the Knights of Santiago fail.
Only half the enemy force remains.
How dare you follow the cross, the same as us? What do you think you are, Catholic? Oh, and it looks like a break here on the right flank for Venice. A nice breakthrough against these conquistadors and these pikemen, and the entire flank of Suite is now open. The English cavalry cleaning up these trebuchet, and then they're going to be able to sandwich the Portuguese lines. Fortunately, there are some pikemen still in position, and if they can get the pikes down, they'll be able to slaughter these Stradiots. Yeah, nice few kills, but the Stradiots haven't managed to get into them, and they're probably going to put the pikes. Yeah, They're going to rout actually. The Stradiak charge was just too much for the pipe militia. So yeah, it looks like Kitbuqua did a quite nice job here of pushing back the Portuguese cavalry from this flank and getting an advantage on this flank, and that drew too much Portuguese units over this side, allowing his other flank to smash the Portuguese left. And with these English knights in support, the Portuguese infantry and cavalry are going to get surrounded and cut down. Judging by how fast these guys are routing, I believe it was a Portuguese general that was killed earlier. So an unfortunate loss there by Sweet is going to cost him the rest of his units. And unfortunately this flank is going to now belong to the Venetians. Just jumping back to the main engagement, it looks like we are about to see the Sicilians and the Holy Roman Empire engage the Turks and the English. The Sicilian cav currently getting swarmed by a combination of spearmen and cavalry of the Turks. This is going to be quite a nice fight for the Turkish. If he can get his spearmen right into these Sicilian knights, he's going to have a nice advantage here. The Allied light cav should be seeing this as an opportunity to strike the flank of these chivalric knights, no, Knights Hospitaller. Fortunately, Michael Leon's going to pull his cavalry back from this flank. Very messy. Infantry's now starting to move into the gaps, allowing the cavalry to pull out. The Holy Roman Empire are currently pinned up against these archers, allowing some heavy billmen here as well. So the heavy billmen have charged down the hill to pin the Holy Roman Empire in place, and that's going to allow the rest of the English knights to get a downhill charge against the rest of these units. And the English are going to get stuck in here. The English knights are going to try to do all they can to stop this Holy Roman Empire cavalry from flanking, but these Teutonic knights and Imperial knights are just far superior to the English knights. I mean, the Imperial knights are on par with the English ones, but the Teutonic knights
Our ally
are
lies dead, slain by the enemy.
considerably stronger.
Help his men avenge him.
The English general's going to have to watch out here because there's all of this big blob of Imperial cavalry. It looks hungry for English blood. Such a pretty line here. Really nice with the pikemen and the Imperial troops trying to support it. These heavy billmen are trying to defeat the feudal knights, but heavy billmen just can't defeat.
Our general lies slain upon the battlefield.
Just can't defeat heavy infantry. And yeah, as I mentioned, the English general, unfortunately in this position, has been slain by the Holy Roman Empire, and that is going to be disastrous for the English line. Already there are there's routing troops all across the line, except for this side, which is going to hold out a bit longer, being a bit further away from the general's death. An unfortunate break here by the Turks. Hopefully a lot of these Saracen militia will return, but it's going to put this flank at a disadvantage. The Kitbuqua are not going to be able to stand up for much longer against the onslaught of the Sicilian cavalry, especially with infantry support. The Turks just don't have the infantry or cavalry power to be able to fight a faction like the Sicilians in a normal fight, in a standard straight up fight. They need to be able to use these Venitians and archers in a strange kind of skirmish tactic. You really want to be able to use enough tunes to rout the enemy and use your archers on the flanks to fire into the flanks of the enemy before they have a chance to turn around and engage them. The English cavalry is tying down a lot of these Holy Roman Empire cavalry, which they really needed to do. A nice flank from these English knights should rout some of these Teutonic knights if you can get stuck into them. Yeah, nice charge here. Should take these Imperial knights down. I think it was just unfortunate that England didn't do this sooner. Because he supported with his cavalry over this side, he didn't have the cavalry numbers to be able to tie down the Holy Roman Empire cavalry. And it was these Teutonic knights in the back that really hurt the English general and the infantry line as a result. Yeah, now even these guys are
Lord have
routing.
mercy! We've lost
So
half of our
it's
men.
not looking good for the
enemy general lies dead.
Allied side.
Sent the base cur to hell.
JKBY's allies are failing. His right side is broken, and his own troops are in retreat. If the Holy Roman Empire was smart, he would chase after these guys. I would use Sicily as to pursue these guys, and then pull back into these woods to try and escape the Venetian onslaught. Catapult fire coming overhead, signalling the doom of these English knights. And the Venetian cavalry that did come around this side is now being seen off. So morale is a bit shaky, as is the case with the Italian states. There are still some Turks left, but they are getting cut off from their allies at this point, and they're going to get surrounded and defeated. Some Norman knights coming down this flank. Sicily is getting his cavalry bogged down. He doesn't want to get bogged down against these spearmen. It's not a situation that you ever want the cavalry to be in. So he's suffering from that. And then there's a mistake here, leaving Paris crossbowmen exposed to these English knights.
Only half the enemy force
for
remains.
being out in the open or undefended. And then here come the Venetians. I believe they've still got some fight left in them. Certainly they've got some pipe militia blocks. And the Caracciolo standard still stands. So that is going to help the morale of these troops. A couple of fresh units of the feudal knights, and at least 1 or 2 units of healthy-ish Venetian heavy infantry as well, and then the Venetian heavy cav. Still in good number, whereas I think the Holy Roman Empire cavalry is being severely weakened by the now returning English knights. As I say, the Holy Roman Empire should have
only half the
focused
enemy
a bit
force
more
remains.
on stopping these English knights from returning, or he should have left it up to Sicily. But yeah, a lot of these returning troops are now going to, for England, are now going to return the favour to the Holy Roman Empire with force. Got a clash here from the Venetian infantry into the pikemen of the Holy Roman Empire, getting them out of formation and smashing their skulls in with the Venetian heavy warhammers. In the background, looming is the rest of the Imperial troops marching on to take on the Venetian blob. Catapult fire in the background, and then own Venetian blob coming in from behind. This is just an incredible scene. I'm going to have a picture of that. that can be the screenshot for the video. Such an incredible push by both sides, really attacking this flank. But the English have rallied, and they're going to be able to charge down a hill once more into the breach against the Holy Roman Empire forces. Still some cavalry left for England as well.
Our men have slain the enemy general. Without him, his troops will lose their will to fight.
That's going to cause a lot of these pikemen to rout. The Imperial troops just don't have the morale at this point to stand up to the Venetians, especially the Venetians behind the Caracciolo standard. The Sicilians, though, are coming around this flank. They really needed to push this sooner. I didn't realise how little they had left as well. Sword and buckler men, pike militia. Yeah, a lot of their infantry is actually pike militia. The one unit they do have in droves are the Pavis crossbowmen. But their cavalry was significantly weakened, and their infantry looks only to be the pike militia. So Sicily, quite battered by the battle with the Turks, is now going to try and assist. But I think they're going to struggle. They just don't have the cavalry might at this stage. And the Venetians are pouring into this fight against the Holy Roman Empire infantry. It's going to cause some Imperial troops to rout. War is hell, ladies and gentlemen. These poor Imperial troops now surrounded, and they're going to get cut down. No mercy is going to be given to them. The Venetians do not want these Holy Roman Empire troops to live. Yet even more Venetian heavy infantry coming in to add insult to injury. And England doing all they can to hold off the pike militia whilst Venice finishes up the fight with the Holy Roman Empire. So messy clash here. Pike militia out of formation. They're going to get hacked down by the feudal knights. Then just on this flank, you can see the carnage that was undertaken by the Turks and the Sicilians. The cavalry fight here, clearly going in the well, not too clearly actually. There's still a lot of Sicilian cavalry bodies here. I think Sicily may have got a lot of his cavalry caught up against some of these spearmen. Denyia doing a good job of mixing his spearmen in with his cavalry. I think Kman really struggled to see what was going on with the trees and was caught off by that. But the English and the Venetians have now rallied together and are finishing off the rest of these Sicilian troops. There's only some last remaining
Our men
Imperial
are winning the
knights
battle. If we continue
left.
like this, we will smash the
charge
enemy.
over this wall, or through this wall. They don't care about walls. Who cares about walls?
We are victorious. Our
But they're
soldiers
going
have
to
fought
admit
and
defeat
died well
before they get
today.
into combat. You're getting through the wall and going, oh crap, there are actually a lot of troops still left. Retreat! So yeah, the battlefield full of bodies. Really messy fight. So here's the battle statistics. We've got JKBY X10, who, as I said earlier, was the player that sent in the battle, getting 628 kills and 216 captures, so doing quite well there. Kitbuqua being the star of the show for this battle, 797 kills, 403 captures, and he was the one that initiated the combat by hitting the Portuguese hard and breaking them. So a great play there by Kitbuqua, really aggressive play, as he's famous for, and really making the Portuguese pay for pulling back some troops and really putting them in a difficult position. Denyia, in command of the Turks, getting 637 kills and only 43 captures, but still 637 kills for the Turks. He definitely did better than I thought he did in this battle. As I say, I didn't watch this battle beforehand, so I really didn't know who would be doing well, but he definitely performed really well with the Turks. Mixing the spearmen in with the cavalry is definitely a good idea, because you really need to win with the cavalry in order to do well with the Turks. kmanBEASTALICOUS, in command of Sicily, 644 kills and 269 captures. So yeah, he struggled with the Turks. It looked like he was doing really well, but I think, you know, with all the trees that were going on, he probably got his cavalry caught up in engagements they really didn't want to be in, and even though his infantry would have been doing really well, it seemed that he came out with a lot less than I thought it would have by seeing his initial engagement against the Turks. But still doing really well for his team. In fact, he got more than both JKBY and Denyia in terms of kills. So again, it's all about getting those kills for your team and really outplaying your opponent to get an advantage on the battlefield. Michael Bay, the pug slut, he's gonna love me saying that. That's gonna be his highlight of this video, I think. Getting 663 kills and 121 captures. Really nice play there by him. His really aggressive Teutonic Knight attack was definitely a highlight of this battle, and as I said, just overwhelming JKBY's force with his Imperial troops was a really nice play there by him. And then Sweet, in command of the Portuguese, only getting 496 kills and 19 captures. So as I say, not doing the best for his team, but against Kitbuqqua's aggressive play, I'm not surprised. Kitbuqua caught him off guard, and he did well to support his line. He didn't let Kitbuqua flank him too much. He had pikemen in reserve to stop JKBY's cavalry from attacking him, and overall I was impressed with the way he used his troops. It was just unfortunate that his troops were not ready to handle all of that cavalry from Kitbuqua, and Kitbuqqua's aggressive play, I think, caught a lot of his troops in really terrible positions. But as I say, it happens. Kills wise for JKBY's troops, it looks like he's got a quite nice even spread. Not too high in any regard, but a lot of his English knights did quite well. I think his infantry would have done quite well as well. Some kills there. The one thing to note is his heavy billmen really didn't do that well. Two-hander units, especially the billmen, just really do not perform that well in any sort of heavy infantry fight. They would have probably been more useful against the cavalry, against the Teutonic Knights, using them in support of the heavy English knights would have been quite useful in adding that advantage against the Holy Roman Empire cavalry there. So I hope you all enjoyed this battle. It was definitely fun commentating on it, especially going into it blind without any idea of what was going to happen. So a great battle there. Thank you very much for sending it in, JKBY. It was very fun to, as I say, commentate on and watch at the same time, and some really nice play by all players in this battle. So I hope you all enjoyed this battle, and I shall see you all in the next video.